It's pretty rare that I see an anime challenge the medium it is in. I feel like a lot of anime are totally okay with focusing on the narrative alone and being, frankly, bland with all of the other parts of its medium, which isn't awful, may I add. Literally, my all-time favorite anime is bland as hell with its art style, mimicking anime from its era, but there is no denying that shows that really push that boundary of what makes anime often turn out to be something special. And what's a better way of showcasing this feature than an anime about making anime? Keep Your Hands Off Eizouken, God, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, is probably one of the most slept on anime of the season. The only people I've really heard talking about it is people who are really deep into that seasonal grind, which is just a shame because this show is magnificent. Words like amazing and cool really don't do this show justice. I'm not kidding when I say this anime gives me vibes of the original Fooly Cooly. You can tell by the animation, the characters, the story, that some serious passion has been poured into this anime. So let's talk about Keep Your Hands Off of Eizouken. This anime follows three girls as they slowly build up an animation club. You have a girl who specializes in actual animation, i.e. moving characters, a girl whose skills are more geared towards drawing backgrounds and backdrops along with directing, and a girl who is a bona fide producer. By the way, I really like this approach. Shirobaka, another anime about making anime, for as great of an anime as it is, really just kind of throws you in headfirst with the whole production crew. It can just leave you feeling a bit overwhelmed with the actual process of creating anime. Keep Your Hands Off of Eizouken though is quite different. As I said, they intentionally keep it bare bones and also make it known that all three of these characters are complete amateurs and have to learn on the fly. This really gives you a better view on who does what in a production, along with some of the limitations you would have if you really did only have three people on hand, which, by the way, the show explores extensively. I mean, their first animation, they end up having to cut out roughly 90% of what they originally had planned as they realized they would never hit their deadline otherwise. And can I just say, God bless whoever came up with the character of Kanamori. I feel like producers are an often overlooked part of the animation process, and the amount of work and their importance to a project is massive. And they do not hide that with the character of Kanamori. I mean, despite not having any artistic abilities that we know of, she is clearly the president of the club and the sole reason that they ever get anything created. She makes timesheets, keeps them on track, and makes sure that the main concern for her artists is actually making the art and nothing else. Well, that and make money. I mean, Kanamori truly is a producer at heart. That, and can I just say the characters of Kanamori, Asuka, and Mizuki just blend so well together. I'm sure I said all their names wrong, and once again, I'm sorry, their names are really freaking hard. These three characters really do feel like incredibly close friends. I don't have to suspend my belief for that to occur, and how Kanamori is constantly on both their asses about getting the animations done on time, it just feels so fluid and real. The way Mizuki is always encouraging Asuka, and even how Kanamori sometimes plays into her great big fantasies. It's wholehearted and sweet and just makes some truly incredible moments. Speaking of which, we need to talk about the animation itself. After all, this is the main reason I wanted to talk about this show. This is where the anime truly shows its colors. How do you portray how good a character's imagination is? Do you show them daydreaming? Do you just have other characters talk about it? Or do you have the whole world around them be changed to her imagination? I mean, I think you guys can figure out which path this show took. The entire anime changes to suit Asuka's imagination, and its deeply stylized and sketchy art style will leave you in awe. First off, this world these characters are in is already gorgeous, but whenever Asuka begins going on a tirade explaining how certain objects work, how they fail, the whole world begins to take shape around those thoughts. I mean, it leads to some truly remarkable scenes, and we get to see firsthand just how vividly she sees the world. The same can be said for the character of Mizuki. She encourages Asuka's ideas by pitching solutions and even her own ideas that can continue into these great large scenes. And finally, Kanamori is there to make sure that they can put these ideas down to paper so other people can see it. And that's exactly what she does. The scene where they finally get the chance to show their very own anime to a group of people, the anime shows Asuka's imagination is truly reaching them. This is done once again by showing their physical world changing around them. Some characters just being in shock and having trouble differentiating fiction from reality. It's a powerful moment because we finally get to see Asuka's imagination truly affect other people. All of this is done in this gorgeously stylized look. I mean, when the anime is taking place, they do a really great job building these beautiful worlds, but when the show gets to these animation scenes, they really just kind of let their art style fly free. This is what I'm talking about when I say challenging the potential of anime. I feel like a lot of anime forget that they are drawn and aren't bound by the real world. They can explore and make incredible scenes that would otherwise be impossible in traditional film. And that's exactly what Keep Your Hands Off Eizouken is doing in this show. I feel like this anime was thought of and created to be an anime and could never truly have as much of an impact in any other medium. Look, I'm gonna be real with you guys. It's really difficult to explain just why this anime is so jaw-dropping. Each episode just pulls you in, and every week I find myself desperately hoping for more. The characters are incredible. Their way of teaching you these small little animation techniques and how they work is surprisingly informative. And the world building and the animation for this show is just on another level. Oh man, I haven't even had time to really talk about the soundtrack either. There are just so many elements in this show that just work so wonderfully together. It's just hard to explain them all. I just feel like this is an anime where the entire crew came together with their passion to create something that would truly blow everyone away. Thank you guys for watching. A huge thank you to my patrons. You guys are my heroes. Make sure you guys share, like, comment, and subscribe. This is Manime Matt. Make sure you guys say man and go watch that goddamned anime.